Hi, and welcome to 3 Things in 3 Minutes. I'm Nersi. Today we are looking at Earth. From Inside Up Games, it plays 1 to 5 players and plays in 45 to 90 minutes. So what it's about, Earth is a nature-themed tableau game about creating a 4x4 island, populating it with engine-building plants and reward-granting terrain cards. Now each turn a player will choose from one of 4 actions: planting cards to place them in their tableau, composting to discard cards for points and to gain soil to pay for cards, watering to gain soil and sprouts on their plants, and growing to gain cards and build up flora for points. Now the other players will simultaneously take a lesser version of the same action, and then everyone activates abilities on their cards on their island board and their tableaus that match the color of the action. Now play will continue until someone has completed their 4x4 grid, and then the players score for the composted discarded cards on their board, the card sprouts and growth on their tableau, competitive fauna scoring objectives, and both personal and public end-of-game ecosystem card objectives. So what I like, Earth takes the often convoluted gameplay of tableau games and makes it more manageable than many other games, so that the triggered abilities are all very clearly color-coded, and all of the cards are activated in a specific order, which makes it easier to systematically review your tableau. And I appreciate the accessible touches like listing the percentages of what cards have the keywords that you need for set collection like Wingspan does. And the follow action mechanic means that all players are engaged on every turn, because you'll generally get some action or reward every turn, and so need to keep paying attention. But despite its relative simplicity of rules, the game does introduce some rather challenging spatial considerations, because where you place your card in your tableau will affect not only what order triggers, which can have big implications for your engine, but also many cards rely on positioning for their abilities or scoring. And the game has some lovely photo on the cards that has some interesting tidbits of scientific information, making the game a bit educational as well as just pretty. So, points to consider. The spatial relationships in the game do create for a deeper strategy, but can also give you too many things to think about when placing your card in your tableau, because each card's position may have competing priorities for its activation or endgame scoring, and that can lead to some analysis paralysis. This also means that you have a lot to track in order to make an effective engine, because your tableau activates from left to right and top to bottom, meaning that if you want one card's reward to fuel another's, you really have to plan its placement. And there's also not much player interaction other than being the first to complete a fauna objective, or if you're very competitive, holding off on an action if your opponent's follow action would be too beneficial, but that's just fine for this game, because this is a game about making your own island and not destroying someone else's. So in summary, it's a tableau builder that simplifies a lot of tableau management, but give you a surprising amount of choices. The spatial considerations create a lot of interesting choices, though using them effectively is a challenge, and the action following mechanic does keep players engaged every turn, even though you're basically only focusing on your own board. Thanks so much for watching. Please make sure you like and share this video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.